Hello everyone, it's me Goose. That guy who should have made a video last week but decided not to because he's an idiot, lazy fuck who aspires to have the same work schedule as Sky Willy. Talking about the latest craze, Super Mario Odyssey, and something that's been revolving around my head since my first jump and fall in Odyssey. That thing buzzing around my head that has haunted me since high school and rhymes with sailor, you guessed it, it's failure. It sort of rhymes, I don't know. Now before I start this off, I'd like to firstly apologize for the lack of video for the past 2 weeks. The first week was because I was settling into my new home. As many of you know, I moved very far away from where I used to live. And the second week was because I was worried about coming back with a lackluster video or something like that. It's bullshit that I didn't come back sooner, honestly. My fears just got the better of me. Hopefully I can come back on schedule and not be a piece of shit. And also, I hope I can get back to doing live streams again. But anyways, let's get back to the Odyssey. So I've actually wanted to do a review on this game once I was done, but so far it seems like I won't be done with this game soon, and if I manage to beat this game, I really doubt I will be able to beat 100% of it. The game is magical, honestly. It's a ton of fun, filled to the brim with whimsy and charm and a whole lot of other adjectives and synonyms. However, there's something that kind of bugged me throughout the time that I was playing Odyssey, and it was failure. Now Odyssey, I don't think is an easy game. It isn't hard either, it just isn't Nintendo easy. And I'm sure all of you know exactly what I mean by that. There isn't a point in the game where I felt I was being handed my victory. Some of the power moons, which is essentially the power stars of ye old Mario games, are found throughout exploration alone, but for the rest you'd have to do a few challenges. These challenges are, again, not too easy that it makes it kind of pointless to have a challenge in the first place, but they're also not too hard that makes you not want to try them again. It seems to have this perfect balance of fun and challenging. However, that doesn't mean you won't die in this game. I have died many a time in this game, particularly in that one Jaxie section, and I'm sure if you play this game you know exactly what I'm talking about. Though every failure seemed pointless, honestly. See, because the rumors of this game were true. It is exactly like Dark Souls, because there's no game overs. At least I don't think there is. Every time you die, you no longer lose a life, you lose... Every time you die, you no longer lose a life, you lose 10 coins instead. Now this number is set. You will always lose 10 coins. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 coins or 100 or 500, you will always lose 10 regardless. And it's not like 10 coins is hard to get either. I got 1,000 coins easily by the time I was in the Sand Kingdom, which is like the third world you visit in the game, which I would say is like the first half hour or maybe hour of the game. So this punishment, if you could even call it that, seems pointless. It didn't really hamper me, but it also didn't make me feel like I should fear failure in the context of this game. I felt like I was just given unlimited tries. So long as I was willing to do a challenge, I didn't have much fear in terms of failing. On the other hand, let's say this is Super Mario Sunshine, shall we? There's this one part of Sunshine that I just really hated with all my being. See, there are these levels in Sunshine where Shadow Mario takes away FLUDD and it just becomes this straight up platforming Mario game. No gimmicks, no nothing. It's easily the best part of Sunshine. Now, sometimes accessing these levels weren't easy, and in my case, this one was fucking frustrating. Okay, so in the Hotel Delfino level, there's this part where you had to go to the hotel, play a slot machine game, win twice, and then figure out a puzzle. Then you unlock the actual level of the game. Now that's pretty annoying in itself, going through all those steps just to access the part of the game that gives you a shine. Well, one thing I didn't mention, in fact a lot of things that I didn't mention, was that when you play the slot machines you have to play with FLUDD, that stupid water turbo thing, which sucks ass because aiming in the game sucks ass, and sometimes you accidentally hit the slot machines even though you didn't mean to do so, so you had to start all over again. And what makes it worse is that one of the slot machines is, I swear to fucking god, rigged, so it takes forever to fucking solve. But oh watch out, it's a fucking boo. Yeah, sometimes you can fail the slot machine and a boo comes out and gets your ass. So finally you get the slot machines to work somehow miraculously through prayer or whatever the fuck you want to do. And then you have to solve the fucking puzzle again with FLUDD, which is even more of a hassle because the slightest drop of water flips over the fucking panels, and it's not even like they're locked in one place. If you solve one, it still moves even if you accidentally hit it with just a drop of fucking water with FLUDD. And it's not like FLUDD is a fucking pea shooter either, it's a fucking cannon, so it just keeps fucking... And now you can enter the level. But keep in mind that these levels in Sunshine are pretty hard, especially once you've gotten used to FLUDD. So If by chance you get a game over, guess what? You gotta go through the title screen, go back to the main menu, you have to look for the level again, enter the pipe, go inside the hotel, go downstairs, go to the casino, do the fucking slot machines again, dodge the booze, solve the puzzle, remind yourself you're a piece of shit, enter the pipe, and hey, you're back at it again. Well, it wasn't that fucking easy. None of that shit can be found in Odyssey, thank God. In Odyssey, if you die, you simply start back from the beginning of the challenge, or whatever checkpoint you last touch. It kind of makes the game much more fun, and it also makes every failure less intimidating. Granted, the retro levels back in Sunshine were pretty long, yet the ones in Odyssey are short and sweet, yet the principle of failure is different in both. You can die as many times as you like in Odyssey if you don't mind losing a few coins, yet I've been struggling to understand whether or not this is a good thing. On one hand, I am no longer having to deal with bullshit like the one in Sunshine, that fucking slot machine bullshit. Yet on the other hand, what's the point of failure? Might as well just have a trampoline at the bottom of the pit and launch me back to the beginning. What's the point of the life meter even? Like, if dying just means I get to go back to refill my life and just walk down the street that I once was, then it just kind of seemed pointless. Why have that life meter and why extend it? It doesn't matter. I don't care about dying. I'll just start again, whatever. But as I mentioned before, this game shares its no game overs philosophy with games like Dark Souls. Granted, there is definitely punishment for dying in Dark Souls. After all, not every place you go to has a bonfire, and sometimes the bonfires are far from where you died, which is the same place you have to retrieve your souls at. Yet as many times as you die in Dark Souls, there is no permanent failure, just a loss of progress. It's not like you die at Anor Londo 3 times, then you'll suddenly end up back in the fucking prison where the game started from. Dark Souls is all about improving and getting better at the game and being smarter about your decisions. In the same vein, Mario's the same. So I guess what I'm saying is Odyssey is the Dark Souls of Super Mario Brothers games, and all of you should subscribe because I'm a fucking piece of shit. But seriously though, I guess what I'm saying is, when it comes to punishing your players, it all really depends on the game in the end. Cuphead has no game overs either, yet anytime you die, you're only presented with the progress you've made, but also presented with a big fucking button that says quit game. When you start the battle again, you start from the very beginning. People bitched and complained about the difficulty of the game because of this. You know, making it all the way to the end and not having a checkpoint, even though the bosses are only like 2 minutes long, if that. But how is this any different from the way Odyssey does it? When you die in Odyssey, you just start back from the beginning of the level and you have to redo what you did. Why does that get praised, yet with Cuphead people get mad? Again, I guess it just comes down to the game. To be honest, I really don't have an answer for this question. I just thought it was an interesting gameplay decision to actively not discourage players of failure and to instead encourage trying again. But without failure, how are you encouraged to do better? Should you even be allowed to fail in games? I don't know. All I know is that Odyssey's a big fucking beautiful game with a ton of shit left to do, so check back Wednesday for the review and we'll see if we can add more to the discussion by then. Let me know what you guys think, and hey, I may even talk about it in the review Wednesday. Make sure to give this video a like, check out my Patreon or donate, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I love y'all. Goodbye.